Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Get ready to celebrate East Brunswick Day with us as we have coverage of the wonderful day at the Cultural Arts Center. And we'll stay at the Cultural Arts Center for the 6th annual Dining for a Cause, hosted by Mayor David Stahl, to raise money and awareness for different community organizations and individuals. Then we head over to the East Brunswick Public Library, where the Central Jersey Business Alliance held the first ever Network-eting Extravaganza that offered tips for small business owners on how to network and market their businesses more effectively. All this, plus we have information on a unique upcoming art show taking place at Rutgers University and around the New Brunswick area. So stay with us. This Week in East Brunswick starts now.
My name is Mary Ellen Firestone. I'm the director of the East Brunswick Public Library, and I'm here this evening with Dr. Ken Friedman. We are very excited to talk about the first ever Library and Central Jersey Business Alliance Network-eting Extravaganza. Welcome, Ken.
Oh, thank you very much, Mary Ellen. You know, it's just a delight to be here. We thought about this quite a while ago, and I kind of feel like an expectant father because the event is just about to begin, and we have so many people who have responded. There's about 150 people who have responded, and there's more calls coming in every minute from last-minute people who want to arrive. And it's the best in networking and marketing, and that's where we got the word network-eting. People want to learn more about how to be able to serve more people and grow their business and help the community all at the same time, and we've assembled quite a team of experts to be able to talk about various different aspects of marketing. Each speaker is going to be speaking for 5 minutes. They're going to be doing meat and potatoes, the nuts and bolts of what we need to know, and it's going to be punctuated before and after with a lot of meeting and greeting and gripping and grinning and great food and a wonderful time. Now, you're going to be speaking about something that's interesting for a politician to be talking about. You're going to be talking about relationship building. Can you share a little bit about that?
Well, you know, I think whether it's politics or business or even your family life, you know, there's politics. People say, well, there's politics in government, but there's really politics in everything you do, even if it's at your family table. So that issue of relationship building and networking is part of everyday life. I don't care what you're doing or what your goal is. You know, working hard and showing that you can be trusted is key in developing relationships and that people can count on you. And you know, we talk a lot about speed networking, and I think speed networking is a great soundbite, but really the investment in relationship building happens on a slow and cumulative basis every day.
I'm here now with AJ Kumar, CPA, who's going to be one of our dignified speakers tonight. AJ, thank you so much for coming.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
So you're going to be talking about cross-cultural business etiquette. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about that?
Absolutely. See, I come from India. And the problem is I had a lot of difficulties in connecting over here with local businesses when I started my own business. And after doing much research, I realized we go to school, we learn about CPA, we learn about taxes, we learn about MBA, we learn about finances, but nobody is teaching over there regarding the cultural difficulties, cultural connections. So I did extensive research on connecting with people, and that's what I'm going to be talking about. You take a step back and say, you know what? I did accounting, I did MBA in finance from NYU, and what's wrong? Why am I not successful? Why am I not getting as many clients that I should be getting? I'm really good in what I do. And then you take a step back, you know, we live in a cross-cultural environment. Everybody is here from a different country, different background. Unless I learn how to connect with those people, unless I learn how to be frank, how to be inclusive, it's very hard to be successful.
I'm here with a local person who's come home, Jennifer Gardella. Jen, you're from East Brunswick, yes?
I actually am. I'm a graduate of the class of East Brunswick High School, 1987.
And you are an expert in social media.
I am. Under my website, jennifergardella.com, I've dubbed myself as your social media expert. Any small business owner knows these days how important it is to be doing social media to promote themselves as an expert and promote their business as the go-to place for goods and services. So I help them do that. They're usually sitting in a lot of overwhelm, and I get them unoverwhelmed.
The title of your talk is What to Consider When You're Considering Social Media for Your Business,
Right.
Which is a mouthful. So for our viewers that are watching and can't make it down tonight, what would you say would be 2 or 3 tips that you could share?
Okay, so there's 3 basic strategies that you need to employ to have a great social media campaign for your small business. The first is you need to know what social media sites you need to be using. The second is to look at who you need to connect to, and the third is how to be social. If you break down your social media strategy into those 3 very simple steps, you'll start rolling right away. So the first piece that we need to remember when we are working on a social media plan for any business is you have to start to actually set up accounts. So for those of you who are sitting out there thinking to yourself, I don't really like to put myself out there, okay, we're going to need to get you over that pretty quickly. And we're going to need to look at which types of platforms are good for your business. I have what I call the core 4, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Any small business owner, anyone that's in business these days needs to be positioned on those 4. For some of you, we're going to also talk about Instagram, Pinterest, and Foursquare, but again, let's not get overwhelmed, and really let's just concentrate on those 4.
You're going to be speaking about what's hot in print marketing today. Can you give our viewers just a quick overview of some of the things that you'll be talking about?
Yes, a few things. Some are very simple. Within for $1 or $2 or $3, you can get someone to open the door with 100% open rate, and then after that, it's really up to you to get further contact. There are some more expensive items as well, but the thing is technology and printing and papers have changed. They're so abundant in what one can do these days. Comes in a clear plastic envelope, and your name on the back. You open this up, you think it's straightforward, it becomes 3-dimensional with a pop-up. Here's the one person who's joined an association.
Thank you so much for being here tonight. You are a marketing guru.
Ooh, well, nobody's really called me that before, but thank you.
Your topic is networking secrets of a marketing guru. You're a professional marketer. What is it that people need to know today? There's so many different networking groups that are around now. People see the value to doing that.
Yeah.
What would be some of, say, 2 or 3 top tips that you would give people?
So I think what's important to know is that even though social networking is very important, and I recommend that people are involved on social networks such as LinkedIn and Twitter, I also think that there's no substitute for face-to-face interactions, building and deepening relationships, quality relationships. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. Making those really important, sincere relationships is really what drives business. In networking, it's about quality, it's not about quantity, it's not about being all things to all people. I could sell this, I could do this, I'm this and this. No, it's about that deep relationship where people trust each other.
This is a wonderful test for the partnership of the Central Jersey Business Alliance and the Business Resource Center at the partner. This is kind of our kickoff big event, and we're hoping that we can duplicate this in the future. We started the Business Resource Center a few years ago, and this is really, we've had quite a few successful events, really on a smaller scale, but tell us a little bit about what the board's vision was for the Business Resource Center.
Well, the board has had vision, but I have to say, Mary Ellen, that you deserve a lot of the credit with your staff and managers for the imagining this fabulous project for the library. It's our hope to address the needs of the community, and we have young children, we have adults, we have English language learners, and we have business owners, and we have people who want to start their own business, find a job, be part of a business, and from the federal government down to the municipal level, we've recognized the ways in which libraries can be important in that process. So we have an open door, we have opportunity, we have meeting rooms, we have the ability to collaborate, and the Business Resource Center has been able to house all this wonderful wealth of information to give our residents and beyond help that they need from anything to find a job to start their own business.
So if you're a small business owner, a home-based business, or an entrepreneur, please come by the library to the Business Resource Center and let us tell you how we can help your small business grow. We have lots of ideas and a lot of information. We're here to support your small business, so come on down and come and talk to us, and we'll be happy to help you out. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Angus Cress Gillespie, speaking for East Brunswick Television. This week in East Brunswick, I'd like to tell you about an important upcoming conference. This conference is about prison art. It takes place at Rutgers University. It's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, October 8th, 9th, and 10th at Rutgers in New Brunswick. And I'm pleased to say that it brings Professor Nicole Fleetwood here to our studio in East Brunswick today. Welcome, Nicole.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. Now we're talking about prison art. Let's jump right into it. Tell us more about the self-portrait by Russell Craig. I know what I see. I see an ID card of an inmate, and he has a very straightforward, very stern gaze at the viewer.
So Russell Craig is an artist who was incarcerated in Pennsylvania and now is out and is still a working artist. And what he did is he took his prison ID card and he turned it into a self-portrait. So he took something that the state issued him as part of his punishment and made it a form of creative expression. So it's of self-representation. And I see that being at the heart of much of the prison art is it's a form of self-representation through a system that marks prisoners quite harshly.
Another painting I'd like to take a closer look at, that renowned New Mexico light. It's by Dana Green.
That photograph by Dana Green is really striking. And so it is a juxtaposition. It's a play on the kind of mythic light and landscape of New Mexico.
Well, we think of New Mexico highways, the beautiful vistas.
The gorgeous red, rocky terrain. Yeah. And instead you see this very sterile, angular system of architecture that is renowned in terms of prison architecture. Yeah. So what Dana Green does is she's a professor and a photographer who does kind of landscape architectural photographs that make us really contemplate prisons in our as part of the built environment. You know, and juxtaposed up against what the kind of vistas of New Mexico, right?
And it's a kind of a play on words. That renowned New Mexico light, those words suggest something quite different from the photograph.
Quite different, and we think of the light of New Mexico and the darkness of prison, right? So there's a real juxtaposition that takes place there.
So, Professor Fleetwood, recap for our viewers just what's going to be going on at the conference.
So so October 8th, 9th, and 10th, we will all events are open and free, no registration necessary. We will have workshops, panels, and presentations by a range of artists, activists, educators, community organizers, and scholars. And we will also have a multi-site art exhibition that will take place 6 different locations throughout New Brunswick and Rutgers, including the Eagleton Lawn, Heldrick Hotel, the Alpha Art Gallery, the New Brunswick Public Library, the Zimmerly Art Library.
And just to recap, for more information, is there a website?
Yes, there is. irw.rutgers.edu.
Okay, and then we scroll down for programs.
Yes, and you can find the information on that page. You can find a link to the conference program from that page, from the irw.rutgers.edu.
Thank you, Professor Fleetwood. We look forward to the conference and the exhibition.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Okay.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hamza Sharif here at East Brunswick Day at the Community Arts Center. Come join us for the food, fun, and the festivities.
Well, I'm really so happy the way it's turned out. You know, as I talked to so many members of our community and our staff, you know, a lot of times over the past few years, people saying like, why don't we have one big gathering? You know, we've had so many great advisory council type meetings where each group would have its own, so to speak, event. And I thought it'd be a great idea where we brought everybody together so that every group can work with each other and, you know, expand your horizon, so to speak. And we've got over 100 exhibitors out here, you know, from organizations talking about what they have for the community. We've got activities on the stage, music, some of our cultural groups, the weather cooperated, you know, and we have our first responders here, the fire departments here and the first rescue squads here showing, you know, their stuff and what child doesn't want to climb into the rigs. And we've got a lot of activities for the family. So I'm really glad the way it came out. The community has really responded well. So it's a great day.
Sure. This is our first annual East Brunswick Day. We realized that the township didn't have one large event like this for everybody in town. We had a bunch of smaller events that we decided it would be nice to incorporate into one large event so we can get everybody in town to come down. And we reached out. We were able to get some corporate sponsors such as General Heating and Cooling, Northfield Bank and tap into East Brunswick, who are huge in helping foot the bill for a lot of this. We reached out to all the local businesses, civic organizations, school organizations, and today we have over 100 vendors set up around the facility here. We were able to buy bounce rides for the kids to ride for free. There's a free laser tag game going on in the back that the kids can also do for free. Emergency services showed up with their emergency vehicles in the back that the kids can climb on, touch a truck, and they can ask the fire department, rescue squad, and police department questions about it. We also have food. Emergency services is selling food that with the proceeds are going to benefit the youth sports organizations in town. There's also a tricky tray and a Super 50-50 being held by emergency services, also with the proceeds of that to benefit the youth sports organizations in town.
And for us, it was just a great opportunity to continue our efforts to get known, but also a chance for us to really kind of give back to the community and interact with a lot of the different community efforts that are going on. And it gave us a chance to really kind of make it a win-win for everybody involved.
What do you think of the turnout here today?
It's beyond our wildest dreams. I thought the weather had a lot to do with it, I'm sure, but it has just been amazing. I mean, it seems like half the town came out. It's just great.
And are you looking forward to doing this next year?
Can't wait. I already saw the mayor and I said, I'm in. We're doing it again. So Tap Into East Brunswick will be there, God willing, as a presenting sponsor again.
So tell us, what did you like about East Brunswick Day today?
I really like the dance performances. They're pretty awesome. The balloon guy was amazing. And the inflatables, even though I'm really old, I mean, the inflatables are pretty fun. So I really enjoyed it.
And you as an East Brunswick resident, what did you think of EB Day?
I really also enjoyed the performances by the dance crew and all the little stands, and I think they know how to organize everything really well and put everything together.
All right, today has been quite a turnout. Are you surprised by this?
Actually, I'm not, because I know who put this event together. The East Brunswick Township and everybody at Parks and Recreation have done just such a fantastic job. I know how hard they've worked on this, you know, after seeing the great job that they did for the 4th of July, I expected that this was going to be a great turnout as long as the weather cooperated, and it sure did. We couldn't have asked for a better day.
Oh, it's fantastic. I can't believe this is the first year that East Brunswick's running it. The crowd is tremendous. The Red Cross, we're part of the disaster team. The Red Cross is also involved in blood collection as well as health and safety. We represent the disaster team, in which we go out. This is an emergency relief vehicle in which we go out to the various affected areas, whether it's a flood, whether it's a hurricane, and so forth. We go out and bring hot meals to those people trying to put their lives back together. So we're here today talking about what we do, looking for volunteers, whether it's companies or individuals, and we're also talking about disaster preparedness.
Hi, could you guys please say your names?
Maya. Caitlin. Sarah.
So how are you guys enjoying this day?
It's fun.
Yeah,
I like Girl Scouts.
Today we're just telling people that come by about Girl Scouts and how it's really fun to join a troop and just hang out with all your friends.
And we understand that you'll be doing a little hairstyling later this afternoon?
Yes, you know, one of the things the Township Council this year did is they formed a community action committee, and one of the first goals of that committee is we're going to raise funds for pancreatic cancer research and awareness. That's why I'm wearing my purple shirt. Myself and some other members of the council are going to do it today at 5 o'clock. Again, you know, you can't take yourself too seriously. Get your hair cut a little short, that's okay. But it's really for a good cause, as I said, to raise awareness about cancer, pancreatic cancer. And for everyone at home, you know, if you're not here today, I would encourage you, look, we're still taking donations even after the event. You know, you can call the mayor's office at 732-390-6810, and we'll make sure that we'll find a way for you to donate your monies, because again, it's not just a one-day event to raise awareness. Every day we could use some money to help research.
Good evening, Mayor Stahl. How did you feel while you were sitting in the chair?
You know, happy. It was a good event in the sense that, you know, we have the opportunity to enjoy life, not take ourselves so seriously that we can't do something that's fun to help raise awareness for pancreatic cancer. I mean, there's no tie to cutting your hair to, you know, pancreatic cancer research, other than, you know what, everyone's going to get a kick out of it, makes people aware of it, and we're having this conversation. I'm really proud of Councilman Hughes and Wendell for volunteering as well, and I got to give it to John Maltez. That young man takes a lot of courage to go up there in front of everybody and get your hair cut, and he's got the, you know, a heart of gold. One thing that was really nice when you were sitting up there getting your haircut is you saw so many people reach into their pockets and go make a contribution. That's really what we were after. So it was very successful and a great way, to finish the day here on East Brunswick Community Day. It was a great day up here.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us at East Brunswick Day at the Community Arts Center. Hope you enjoyed the food, rides, and festivities. Hope to see you next year.
I'm Vivian Leong reporting for This Week in East Brunswick, and I'm at the Community Arts Center for the 6th annual Dining for a Cause hosted by Mayor David Stahl. Let's check it out.
This is the 6th annual Dining for a Cause event that we started to help raise funds, just to help out in the community. Tonight, if friends getting together, having a good time. Tonight we have some beautiful musicians that are going to play for us, some light refreshments, and just an opportunity to get together. We collect all the money from ticket sales for people to actually come, and we actually have a lot of donors who actually can't make it tonight because of other commitments, but they send in money, and it's never too late to send in money. And we raise funds for private citizens who just may be having some difficult times, and we try to help them out, as well as support some of our groups, whether it's some of the cancer groups, making sure that our families in need during the holidays have food, keeping food on the food banks, you name it, we try to help out.
This year's Dining for a Cause happens to fall on the 1st annual East Brunswick Day. Can you explain to me what happened throughout the day? And I see you got a new haircut too.
Yeah, it was a fantastic day. I know EBTV was here and they'll report on it. The community came out from 12 o'clock, from noon to 6 o'clock. It was constantly people coming out, and there's so many different cultural events on the stage as well, from bands to artists to dancers. It was a lot of fun. And then also part of it, the Community Action Committee that the council put through by ordinance, we're out there. We were raising funds for pancreatic cancer research and awareness. Myself, Councilman Hughes, Councilman Wendell, and my son John Maltez, we got our hair shaved just to raise awareness. It's a good cause just to raise awareness. We raised a lot of money, and we're going to actually take some of the proceeds from tonight and use that as well to raise awareness for pancreatic cancer research.
What brings you to the 6th annual Dining for a Cause?
We're excited to be here to support the mayor's funding for important charities here in town, and it's a very warm and wonderful event.
And is this your first time here?
It is my first time here.
And how are you liking it?
I'm really enjoying it. As I said, I'm a lifelong resident of East Brunswick, so it's nice to see so much community in our town. It was a terrific day, and I'm happy to be a part of it this way.
And is this your first time here, Barbara?
No, I've been here many years with EBTV, and it is my first time being asked about the dinners.
And what keeps you coming back every year?
Well, at first it was because I covered it for EBTV, but then we saw all the nice things that the mayor is doing, and we made us feel more a part of the community, and we wanted to support his good work.
How do you decide which causes to raise awareness to each year?
Well, tonight was actually Miriam Stein, who is one of the citizens who serves on the Community Action Committee. Unfortunately lost her husband a number of years ago to pancreatic cancer. And there's just so many that really are afflicted by that disease and that cancer that we thought it was important for us to focus on that tonight.
The two organizations we're supporting are the Lustgarten Foundation and Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. They are both working with what are called dream teams who focus on different aspects of pancreatic cancer and treatments and available therapies that are created in laboratories throughout the world. And with current technology, they can work with laboratories in Europe and South America and other places using some non-conventional therapies, using herbs and plants and other things, and Asian medicine as well. And they're starting to see some very fine results. It's shocking that it would go this long with almost no movement. It's one of the most underfunded cancers that exist. Today at the Community Day, we had a table set up, and people who made donations and chose to were able to fill out a form that said who they were either donating in honor of or in memory of. I created this little form on the computer, and the mayor's office made, printed them in color so we had them. And we have purple ribbons that were donated by Pancreatic Cancer Action Network that everybody was welcome to take and wear. And another organization donated purple tie-dye socks. Thus far, we have achieved this mysterious amount in donations, and tonight or tomorrow, whenever, the mayor's office will count the funds and we will know how much money we have. Any further donations that occur, we will encourage people to complete these forms and tape them up. And this board on this easel will be displayed at the Municipal Center near the mayor's office, along with a collection method.
And how do you see an event like this helping the community?
Well, because I think that one of the best things that we could do is to be able to give of ourselves, in either by volunteering or giving of energy and time, or by giving money, and just being able to do it in a way where it benefits others.
I just think it's a terrific thing for our community. When we had Sandy, it was great to see how the town really rallied around each other, and I think that the mayor's done a good job with bringing people together, and this is a very nice event. So I wish the attendance were a little greater, but I'm sure people are probably tired from their day, and it's just nice to know that we have things like this in our community.
And it's a great culmination to EB Day, which was a wonderful event today and a big success. So all around, it makes you proud to be a part of East Brunswick.
And how can viewers find more information about Dining for a Cause?
Just call me or my secretary in the mayor's office, 732-390-6810. And one thing is, even like with respect to the pancreatic cancer research that we were talking about, it's never too late to give, or any organization that you want to give to. It's not just the one day at Community Day or an evening like tonight. It's always about giving all year round whenever you can. That's what I think really makes East Brunswick so great, is our community does always find a way to help out their fellow neighbors.
And what do you hope people can take out of this event?
Again, that we are a great community. We're here having fun, but at the same time we're raising funds for others that may not have an opportunity to come out and socialize like this. We're just trying to make sure the bills get paid at home, organizations that are looking for those cures out there. So it's twofold. Like I said, it's fun, but it's also serving a great social need.
Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Well, no, first of all, again, I appreciate you coming out, because one of the great things I love about EBTV is that you're out there so much in the community that, again, we could be doing this tonight, this event, and we may have 60 or 70 people here, but by having interviews like this and the ability to reach all of our residents on EBTV, it's a way of, again, making sure that whether they donate, after the event, maybe they find it in their hearts to go out and do something else, because the holidays are coming up. As I said, there's so many in East Brunswick and our surrounding towns that still, unfortunately don't have the food on the shelves, and with holidays coming up, I would just encourage everybody, you can contact our Recreation Parks Department. They run a great food bank to help people, or any organization of their choosing. But again, that's really what tonight and every day in East Brunswick's like.
Okay, thank you very much, Mayor Stahl. You're welcome. I'm Vivian Leung, reporting for This Week in East Brunswick, and we hope that you enjoyed the 6th annual Dining for a Cause hosted by Mayor David Stahl. We'll see you next week.